What is good, YouTube? Quinn Wade basketball analysis coming to y'all with that late analysis because I had to watch every single game and it just was over. The Bucks got beat by the Mavericks, but one thing that very much stand out, the guy that I picked for my most underrated player this NBA season was a guy that I was writing for prior NBA seasons because I feel like he had a great game. He was a starter in his league. He really could score. He didn't have a three game. A lot of people criticize him for that. He had a good season shooting a three. A lot of people didn't believe it. A lot of people thought it was fool's gold. Obviously, the Suns didn't respect him enough because they let him go for basically nothing to Indiana. Then he goes to Indiana. This is the first team that he actually planned for something because they are a playoff team before he came. He's supposed to be an upgrade at that three spot. And with Oladipo and Brogdon, Turner and Sabonis before Sabonis was All-Star, people thought that the Pacers was a real deal. People thought they was good, but people also thought that they was overrated and they wasn't going to be one of the top teams in the East. Now you can say both are kind of true because they didn't Brogdon didn't become the all-star that we felt that he would become. Oladipo would miss basically the whole entire season, and even when he came back, he was looked rusty. He didn't look the same. And Sabonis became an all-star, which we didn't see coming for basically 99% of the world until it actually happened. And a lot of people don't look at Sabonis as an all-star caliber guy. They look at him as a good complementary player, a good role player. But by Indiana being so good and him being a most consistent and sometimes offensive hub, he became the guy that you should pick for the All-Star game for Indy, and he ended up getting that selection. Regardless of how we felt then, it's all about how we feel now. As we're getting closer and closer to the playoffs starting, the Pacers have already locked up a playoff spot. And one of the big reasons why they have been so amazing and why they've been winning and closing so many games is because of TJ Warren. He's entering that level of being one of those 6'8" wings that can shoot, float, post, mid range, handle the ball, and make plays. He's becoming an all around small forward, which a lot of people didn't see that coming because he didn't really show it enough in Phoenix. And even when he had his best seasons in Phoenix, he still wasn't really helping them win. So people thought he was the guy putting up empty numbers on a bad team, and it didn't really make that much of a difference. He goes to Indiana, helps them reach a higher level because, like I said, Sabonis goes down. They had injuries throughout the whole season, and Oladipo, their all-star, was gone, and Brogdon didn't play at that all-star level this year because he wasn't selected. Somebody had to step up. And I like their bench. I like how they're coached. I like that they are a team that never gives up. They goes out there, play, they execute, they defend, they play hard, and they very disciplined with the ball, in my personal opinion. And that's one reason why I had them being one of the top teams in the East. It wasn't because of TJ Warren, but one of the real reasons why they were having so much success is the hot shooting / scoring of TJ Warren. He's going out there obliterating everybody. He's pulling up on LeBron. He's pulling up on AD. But I'm not saying it to brag about it. I'm saying that's what you need if you want to make it far in the playoffs. Because Oladipo was enough a couple years ago to give LeBron and them a scare in the first round with his ability to score and put pressure on the defense and pull up from the three-point line on in and put a lot of chaos and cause a lot of defenses to collapse and a lot of issues. But you offer that and you throw a spice of another ball handler in Brogdon that can create, shoot the three on and off the ball, off the dribble, can play in the pick and roll, can knock down mid-range, can knock down floaters, can get to the basket, a good free throw shooter. And then you add another guy that you didn't have at all and didn't even have years ago in TJ Warren. And then you add up the development of Miles Turner last year becoming one of the best defensive centers in the league. Sabonis having his best season. He's still out. And we don't know how they all going to play when they all on the court together. But TJ Warren, if he continues to play like this, the Pacers ceiling rises. Because we didn't think he can get to this level where he can get 30 basically on anybody. I know he struggled against Phoenix. I know people think Mikal Bridges locked him up. But honestly and truthfully, he doesn't have to go against Kawhi Leonard. He doesn't have to go against Paul George because he's in the East. Mikal Bridges, he's in the West. You don't have to go against those guys. And yeah, you got the Ben Simmons, but we don't know how he's going to be because he has the knee injury. You have Giannis, but they really not really of a threat because you only can really guard one person with Giannis. because you have Bledsoe. Brogdon hasn't had too many problems with Bledsoe, and neither has Victor Oladipo. And then even if you do, you can switch and force somebody else to guard TJ Warren. And if he can shoot the way he's been shooting throughout this seeding games and throughout the last couple months of their season, Warren can really help this team reach a level that they never could reach. I didn't think that Oladipo would be able to do it this year because he was coming off such a major injury and he missed so much time. Plus, the team is totally different with growth and trades and signings, that they're not the same team that they was when he was a first-time All-Star and he had to be that guy every night. He doesn't have to do that anymore, and that makes them even scarier because as they continue to work in Oladipo, as they continue to run the offense through different people like Sabonis and Brogdon and TJ Warren, that gives them so many, you know, they give them so much versatility. It gives them so much diversity because they have so many ways they can attack you. They have so many guys that can create their own shot off the dribble, off a screen, even playing off the ball. And that just makes them a tougher team to guard. But plus, they play great defense and they really are smart about how they attack. That makes this team a threat. I think they was a threat before, but I didn't see TJ Warren getting to the point where he feel like he can pull up and do whatever he wants on the court. But the efficiency is there and the accuracy is there. It's not like he's just going out there shooting 40% and everybody's going crazy. This guy's just shooting in the 50s and the 60s, knocking down shots from all over the court, not just in one area. Plus, he has shown that he can finish around the paint and knock down free throws too. If you do push him off the shooting areas, he can still put the ball on the floor and finish. And he still has other guys on this team that can do the same, which was one of the big reasons why I looked at the Pacers as a possible great team in the East. Just because with all these guys healthy, which we haven't seen that much this year, even in the seeding games because Sabonis been out, that makes them a team that really has so much array of skills that is going to be tough to prone or even tough to key in on one guy. And once all these guys can basically do what they want to get where they want on the court, what can you really do when they're knocking down shots, especially from the perimeter also? So I think that don't sleep on the Pacers. I've been telling you this team is probably the dark horse contender in the East just because the coaching of Nate McMillan, the shot making that they can do, and the fact that they have so many guys that can create and break down defenses, it really makes them a tough team to cover. Plus, they have size at every position. It also makes them have a team with really no weaknesses once their starting five is out because Brogdon is an oversized point guard. Oladipo is a standard size athletic guy on the perimeter. Warren is 6'8" for that small forward position. And even Sabonis and them could be a little problem for them because some people like Giannis and Kevin Durant in the future play that power forward position and he can't guard those type of guys. But they still do have Turner that can rotate and contest and lock down that paint because he's become one of the better rim protectors. It really shows you that this team has a lot of their problems answered. It's just about can they have a guy to step up and take over and close games because Oladipo hasn't been that guy for almost 2 years. But now since Warren has come in and took that mantle and Victor Oladipo has shown that he's not scared to defer to him and he actually trusts and believes that he can do these things and he's not jealous, envious, and getting, mad and depressed that Warren is taking his shots and his spotlight, it's good because he's letting them know if this is what we have to do for us to win games, if this is the guy that we have to depend on, he's showing that he trusts Warren to take and do these things. And that's a sign of a good teammate and that's a sign of a leader. And I like the fact that Warren is saying, if you put the ball in my hand, I'm going to show you that I can do things on this court that a lot of teams can't guard or stop. I mean, the shots that he's making, he's so full of confidence right now that he can do this against any team. And he did it majority of this seeding games besides one game. That's how hot and how dominant TJ Warren has been. And he has scored over 30 in these games. Well over 30. He just had over 30 today. He's having over 35 in these games. The guy is absolutely phenomenal. And with the coach and the defense and the execution and the teammates that he has on his team, and the fact that he got guys that can guard their position and not really give up too much height or even give up too much of a mismatch, this team can be very scary when healthy and playing their best basketball because they still find ways to still hang in and win games. And they've been doing that for the last 3 years with or without a superstar, with or without a franchise guy that's been consistently there. And with the guys that they have on this team, how they play together, how unselfish they are, and how well they complement each other, it can be something for people to look out for. And that's all I wanted you guys to know. Before the seeding game started, before the season ended, I told you guys that the Pacers are a dark horse contender in the Eastern Conference. I'm not going to lie, like I said before, let me go ahead and say it. I did not see TJ Warren turning into this. I didn't see TJ Warren taking this level. I always liked him. I always had his back, and I liked it to move for Indiana when they made it. But I didn't see TJ Warren doing this. And Brogdon and Oladipo is healthy. So is Miles Turner and a lot of their players off their bench. They just got to get their hub back and Sabonis, and this team is going to be a tough out for anybody. Even the last 2 years that they made the playoffs, they made games competitive and close, even taking the King James to 7 games in the Eastern Conference first round. That's how dangerous this team can be. So don't sleep on them. Don't be surprised. And if you haven't noticed, they putting themselves on notice now. They drawing a lot of attention. TJ Warren is getting post-game interviews, and people are starting to notice how dangerous this Indiana Pacer team can be. And that's a good thing because the hard work pays off. And you got to give a lot of credit to Nate McMillan, taking his job, taking what he can, and going out there and not making excuses and trying to win games. That's what the players should be trying to do. That's what the coaches should be trying to do, and they're accomplishing that goal. That's the video for that. For today, check out my website, analysisplayground.com. Link will be in the description in the comment section below. Check out my Facebook page, analysisplayground.com. Link will be in the description in the comment section below. Like on Facebook to show support. Also, like this video and share. If you like and share, it helps the channel reach more people. The more people it reach, the more it can grow. Thanks for everybody that already does that. And if you haven't, if you like this video, why wouldn't you like and share? It's just a small little thing I ask you guys to do to return the favor. Other than that, I make videos just like this, discussions. Also do top 10 lists, season previews, free agency trade deadline discussions. Also NBA playoff predictions. Not only that, I do break down players, legends, rookies, and summer league analysis, and I do cover summer league. So if you need basketball, you can't get enough of, you need that daily fix, this is the channel for you as I try to make a video with different variety each and every day throughout the whole year. So other than that, hope you guys enjoying y'all weekend. We got one more day and we back to the weekdays. Other than that, Quinn Wade, basketball analysis. I'm signing out and put some respect on the Pacers' name.